The story begins with a little girl named Chloe, who tries to peek outside through a boarded-up window. From there, she sees Mr. Snowcone's ice cream truck and birds flying in the sky. But strangely, everything outside seems unusually still. Just then, her father, Henry, pulls her away from the window and warns her to stay away because dangerous people are looking for her. For some unknown reason, Henry and Chloe spend almost all of their time inside the house. Henry keeps her busy with drawing, studying, and household chores. While preparing food, he makes Chloe memorize her full name, address, and even practice calling their neighbor, Nancy Reed, her mother. Chloe asks if Nancy will like her, and Henry says she will because they will pay her. Chloe also calls Nancy's daughter Harper, her sister, and mentions that Harper snores while sleeping. Surprised, Henry asks how she knows that. Henry then asks Chloe what she would do if he never came back. She confidently repeats the plan he taught her. First, she would hide in the secret compartment beneath the floor. After that, she would cross the road, go to Nancy's house, ask her to take care of her, and offer her plenty of money in return. One day, while they are playing cards, blood suddenly starts coming from Henry's eye. Chloe asks if the same thing will ever happen to her. Henry tells her that it probably won't, but if it ever does, she must inform him immediately. Later, while practicing reading, Chloe jokingly asks if she will be sent to the mountains if she doesn't study. Henry is shocked because he has never mentioned the mountains. He immediately asks if she talked to a stranger, went outside, or found any old letters or documents in the house. Chloe denies everything, but Henry isn't convinced. That night, he burns all the old letters and documents as if he wants to keep his daughter completely cut off from the outside world. That same night, Chloe is about to sleep while thinking about her mother when she hears a strange noise coming from the next room. She opens the door and sees an old man with white hair sitting inside. Terrified, she screams, slams the door shut, and thinks she has seen a ghost. When she returns with Henry and opens the door again, the old man is gone. Frightened by the incident, Chloe spends the night sleeping beside her father. The next morning, someone leaves a children's storybook featuring Mr. Snowcone and Princess near their house. Excited, Chloe looks outside and sees Harper standing near the ice cream truck. Harper suddenly turns toward the house as if she senses someone watching her. A few moments later, there's a knock at the door. As Chloe tries to open it, Henry quickly stops her and asks Harper why she is there. Harper says she brought ice cream for Chloe. Henry is shocked that Harper knows Chloe's name. Just then, Harper's mother, Nancy, arrives. Henry immediately ends the conversation, closes the door, and once again asks Chloe how Harper knows her name and whether she has gone outside. Chloe denies it, but Henry angrily tells her that simply opening the door has put both of their lives in danger. Henry locks Chloe inside the house as punishment. That night, while she is sitting alone, she suddenly imagines Harper beside her. Harper asks Chloe to wake her up at midnight so they can play together like normal kids during the day. Chloe admits that she misses her mother, and as part of their game, asks Harper to pretend to be her mom. While playing, she eventually falls asleep. The next morning, Henry wakes Chloe up. She once again insists on going outside, but Henry makes her promise never to open the front door again and tries to distract her by offering her a strawberry smoothie. Later, when Henry leaves the house to buy supplies, Chloe notices that there is no ice cream left. Frustrated, she decides to go outside herself. Taking a $5 bill, she quietly sneaks out of the house. For the first time, Chloe enjoys the warm sunlight and fresh air. As soon as she steps outside the gate, she sees Mr. Snowcone's ice cream truck. The elderly driver, Alan, notices that she is scared of the outside world and gently comforts her. Chloe buys a chocolate ice cream with her $5 bill, but Alan tells her she can choose any flavor she wants. He even encourages her to stop blindly following her father's rules. Alan then invites Chloe into his truck, and the two drive away together. On the way, Chloe notices a billboard showing a man with blood coming from his eyes, just like Henry, along with a warning to report such symptoms immediately. She asks Alan if her father is one of those people, but he says no. Alan then asks Chloe if anything unusual ever happens to her, or if she can do things that other people can't. Chloe doesn't understand what he means. Alan explains that her mother also had special powers, which made many people fear her. He encourages Chloe to be brave like her mother and discover her own abilities. As they continue talking, a police officer approaches the truck and asks if everything is all right. Alan quickly pretends that Chloe is his granddaughter. However, when the officer asks Chloe if she knows him, she says no and insists that she wants to go home. The officer immediately becomes suspicious and asks Alan to show his eyes. Alan quietly whispers to Chloe that the officer is one of the bad people who will kill both of them. He even tells her that these people were responsible for her mother's death. Furious, Chloe repeatedly shouts at the officer to leave. Suddenly, something strange happens. The officer becomes unusually calm, turns around without saying another word, and walks away. Alan realizes that Chloe has just used an incredible power. As they head back, Chloe notices a photo on a missing person poster. Alan tells Chloe that the woman in the photo is actually his daughter, Chloe's mother. If what Henry has told her is true, then Chloe would be Alan's granddaughter. He says that one day he will bring his daughter back. Chloe insists that her mother is dead, but Alan replies that powerful people always find a way to return. When Chloe asks for the photo, Alan refuses at first because it is his only one, but after seeing her disappointment, he finally gives it to her. Before Chloe leaves, Alan tells her to meet him again when the time is right. He also gives her a small packet of powder and tells her to mix it into Henry's food whenever she hears the music from his ice cream truck. According to him, it will make Henry fall asleep, so Chloe will no longer have to live in hiding. That night, Henry returns home. While talking to Chloe, he notices that her behavior has changed. Chloe no longer believes everything he says about the bad people outside. She tells him that her mother was special and proudly says that she is special too. Henry, however, angrily denies it and insists that she is not special. Hurt by his words, Chloe goes to her room, looks at her mother's photo, and falls asleep. Suddenly, she wakes up after hearing a loud scream. She sees the woman from the photo standing before her. The woman happily asks who she is, but as soon as Chloe introduces herself, the woman mistakes her for someone else and starts screaming in fear. Chloe quickly shuts the door, and when she opens it again, the woman has disappeared. Later that night, Chloe goes downstairs and finds Henry asleep in front of the TV. She secretly takes his phone and watches a news interview. The report explains that the government has formed a special defense force to capture people with extraordinary powers, known as freaks. Those who surrender will be sent to government camps, while anyone who refuses to cooperate or tries to hide will be eliminated. The report also claims that these powers grow stronger with each generation, making children the greatest threat. Chloe finally realizes why Henry has always kept her hidden inside the house, and understands that she also possesses special abilities. The strange incident with the police officer now starts to make sense. After returning to her room, Chloe suddenly hears the voices of many children coming from the secret room. When she opens the door, she sees Harper and several other kids playing there. Harper is shocked to see Chloe and asks what she is doing in her room. Chloe insists that it is her room instead. The other children laugh at her, thinking she has lost her mind. Chloe then opens another door to show them her mother, who appears to be sitting there in chains. But when she turns back, all the children have disappeared. She realizes that she can communicate with others through telepathy. Chloe speaks to her mother again, and this time, when she touches her, she realizes she is real. Both of them are shocked, because each believed that Chloe wants to stay with her mother, and asks how she ended up there, where she is, and what happened to her father. Her mother tells her that Chloe entered through the door, while Henry is asleep in the hidden room. Sadly, she explains that she can never return, so Chloe must not tell anyone about her. She also asks Chloe to make Henry understand. Suddenly, someone starts screaming, and when Chloe looks around, no one is there. Chloe comes back and tells Henry everything, but he refuses to believe her. She insists on going to Nancy's house, but Henry doesn't allow it. So, Chloe secretly mixes the sleeping powder Alan gave her into Henry's juice. Henry realizes what she has done, and as Chloe runs toward the door, she uses her power and commands him to fall asleep. This time, it works. Chloe grabs a bundle of cash and leaves the house. As she walks outside, blood begins to drip from her eyes. Alan arrives in his ice cream truck and asks where she is going. Chloe says she wants to rescue her mother. Alan tells her he has a better plan and asks her to stay outside while he goes to bring his daughter back. Alan then meets a government agent at a restaurant pretending to be a priest. He makes up a story, claiming that he found Chloe abandoned on the steps of a church and has raised her as a normal child ever since. The agent notices that Chloe has no marks beneath her eyes and says she can be taken to the government facility for her safety. Chloe immediately says she is not normal and hugs Alan tightly. When the agent asks her name, she replies, Eleanor Roosevelt, the fake name Alan had taught her to use. Suspicious, the agent walks into the kitchen and secretly calls the defense force. A nearby freak overhears the conversation and tries to help them escape, but before he can get away, the defense force mistakes him for a freak and shoots him. Before Alan is captured, he uses his power to teleport himself and Chloe away. Chloe now realizes that Alan is also a freak. Alan takes Chloe to his house and wants to train her to control her powers, but Chloe only wants to return home. She keeps insisting until Alan finally gives in. As they reach the house, Henry suddenly appears in the middle of the road, surrounded by a strange red energy. It is revealed that Henry also has special powers. Chloe immediately runs to him, while Alan disappears. Just as Henry is about to take Chloe home, the police stop them from entering. When Henry tries to force his way inside, Chloe screams and accidentally uses her power again. She runs toward the road, but Henry instantly freezes time and saves her from an oncoming vehicle. Chloe is stunned to learn that her father also has extraordinary abilities. Henry finally reveals the truth. After Chloe's mother was captured a few months earlier, he hid the entire house inside a time bubble to protect Chloe. Inside the time bubble, time passes much faster, which is why only a few months passed for Henry, while Chloe had grown nearly 7 years older. Other had died, and they finally reunite after being separated for years. Chloe tells Henry that she is ready to leave. The two of them go to their neighbors, Nancy and Jim, because Henry has prepared for this situation from the beginning. He offers to pay them every month if they agree to take care of Chloe. They agree, but their daughter, Harper, becomes frightened after learning that Chloe will be staying with them. She says Chloe does strange things and is one of the freaks. Nancy also starts having second thoughts. Angry, Chloe accidentally uses her telepathic powers to control their minds. She even forces Harper's mother to slap her own daughter. When they regain their senses, they are terrified. Henry finally realizes that Chloe can use telepathy to control people's minds. They return home, where Alan is locked inside the attic. Henry had imprisoned him after discovering that he had hidden the truth about his powers. Missing her mother, Chloe uses her telepathic ability and sees a vision of her. Her mother tells her that the people holding her captive will kill her, but she will always remain in Chloe's heart. Moments later, Chloe watches as her mother is dragged away by guards. She realizes that her mother is actually alive and in danger. When she comes back to reality, she tells Henry everything, but he still refuses to believe her. As Henry starts sealing the door shut with a screwdriver, Chloe desperately tries to save her mother. She uses all of her strength to control Henry's mind and nearly forces him to kill himself. Henry manages to break free just in time, realizes what has happened, and apologizes for not believing her. Exhausted from using so much power, Chloe collapses unconscious. After waking up, Chloe insists that her mother is alive and being held in a detention facility. Henry finally begins to believe her. Both he and Alan realize they made a terrible mistake by assuming she was dead. Alan says the only way to rescue her is to break into the facility, but Henry still refuses to risk Chloe's life. At that moment, Chloe sees Nancy talking to a government agent through her telepathic vision. Nancy has revealed everything about them. Furious, Chloe controls Nancy's mind and makes her stab herself in the eye with a pen. She then nearly forces the agent to shoot himself, but Henry stops her. Looking out the window, they see the defense force mistake Nancy for a freak and shoot her dead. Alan tells Henry and Chloe to come with him, but Henry refuses. Alan teleports away, while Chloe begs him not to leave. Because of Chloe's powers, Alan cannot stop her and disappears alone. Terrified, Chloe holds her mother's photo and reaches out to her through telepathy. Henry also sees his wife and becomes emotional. A doctor is about to inject her, and Alan tries to shoot him, but it has no effect because Chloe is only witnessing the scene through her telepathic vision. Before the doctor can inject her mother, Chloe controls his mind and forces him to inject himself instead. She then takes control of another guard, frees her mother, and prepares to escape. Just then, the doorbell suddenly rings. David arrives at the house, and Chloe quickly gives Henry an idea. She tells him to keep the government agent talking for as long as possible because they need time to rescue her mother. Henry opens the door, and when the agent enters, he introduces himself as a property dealer to avoid raising suspicion. Meanwhile, Chloe continues communicating with her mother through telepathy. Her mother explains that she must somehow escape the underground facility because only then will she be able to use her powers. Back at the house, Henry tries to distract the agent with conversation, but she already knows his entire background and even knows that his daughter is upstairs. She warns Henry that if anything suspicious happens, her team will immediately surround the house. At the same time, the guards begin moving Chloe's mother out of the facility on a stretcher. Just then, an order comes over the radio to inspect the isolation chamber. Panicking, Chloe's mother kills one of the guards. Another guard notices this on the security cameras, triggers the alarm, and the entire facility goes into lockdown. Meanwhile, Alan secretly enters the house and points a gun at the agent. The agent taunts him, saying he doesn't have the courage to shoot. Alan pulls the trigger, seriously injuring her. Before Henry can react, he is also shot, but Alan uses his teleportation power to escape with the opportunity. Over the radio, the wounded agent orders her team to stop Alan and heads upstairs to capture Chloe. At the same time, Chloe is still trying to save her mother. A guard fires a shot, but the bullet hits Alan, who had just arrived to help. Furious, Chloe uses her mind control powers and forces the guard to kill himself. A badly injured Henry reaches upstairs and radios the other agents, falsely claiming that the suspect has been captured, buying Chloe a little more time. Meanwhile, Chloe gives her grandfather a photo of her parents before Henry prepares to use his time-freezing power once again. Henry freezes time and eliminates the guards outside. Meanwhile, Chloe sees her mother fighting the guards and uses her mind control powers to help her. Henry reaches the control room and removes the power core, but this immediately triggers the facility's alarm. Chloe then controls 2 more guards and forces them to free her mother. However, using so much of her power causes blood to flow from her eyes, and she collapses unconscious. In the final moments, more guards surround Chloe's mother. Once again, Chloe uses her powers to help her escape and opens the main gate. Her mother gently asks if she is hungry, but the moment she steps outside, the soldiers open fire. She instantly uses her supersonic speed and escapes the attack. After witnessing this, Chloe collapses from exhaustion. At the same time, a missile is about to strike Henry's house. Just before impact, Henry freezes time one last time and manages to carry Chloe out of the house. Seconds later, the entire house is destroyed in a massive explosion. When Chloe regains consciousness, she finds Henry badly injured. With his final words, he tells her that he loves her, that she is truly special, and then peacefully passes away. Chloe desperately tries to wake him up, but he never responds. Soon, government agents spread out to search for Chloe. Just then, a sonic boom echoes through the sky. Chloe's mother arrives at incredible speed, defeats the agents in an instant, and rushes to her daughter. She promises that she will protect Chloe from now on and says they need to find another place to hide. However, Chloe refuses. She says they don't have to spend their lives hiding anymore. They can live wherever they want, and if anyone tries to hurt them, they now know how to stop them. Her mother smiles and agrees, and the 2 of them leave together for an unknown destination. And with that, the movie comes to an end. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more amazing movie recaps, and let me know in the comments which movie you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next recap.